Tonight on The Real Hustle, Alex, Paul and Jess carry out some of their most audacious scams yet. This jewellery is gone in a flash.
Obviously, we've been stung big time now.
And we set a speed trap for this woman.
This is it. You speed, I don't. You're always driving like loony.
This is The Real Hustle. We're going to uncover the secrets behind the most popular scams being carried out by con artists today. The real hustlers are Alex, the confidence trickster, Jess, the sexy swindler, and Paul, the scam artist. They've been travelling the UK and hustling in holiday destinations, demonstrating to our hidden cameras exactly how the cons work. All the people in this show have been hustled for real, and after being given their money back, they agree that the footage could be shown so you can avoid being ripped off by the same scams.
The hard way to steal diamonds is with a shotgun and a balaclava. Hustlers are much smarter than that.
This is the fake photo shoot. It's a scam which requires all three hustlers in play. Using a false name, they've hired studio space for the day and prepped it for a photo shoot. All that's left to do is get into character. Paul is the photographer, Alex the stylist, and Jess the model. The only thing missing is an expensive prop, but that's being picked up across town. A diamond necklace, bracelet and earrings worth over £15,000 has been hired from this jeweller's. But there's a condition. The diamonds must be chaperoned and under the watchful eyes of security guards at all times. Back at the studio, the photo shoot is now in full swing.
Yeah, that's good.
Jess is loving the camera, and Alex is being all stylish.
Is that in shot?
You know what? It was fine where it was. If you just move it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And the glass too, please.
This is what stylist does, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have to keep in character because the security guards could arrive at any moment. And they're here.
Easy. Good. All right, that's it. That's the kind of thing I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather it happen in the moment like that, frankly.
I wish there's
one more.
Hurry up.
Okay.
The expensive diamond jewellery and the guards
That's the kind of
are
thing
in
I
the
want.
building.
That's it. Very good. Susie, if I could get you to lie back.
Is that our jewellery?
Lie back.
Great, you're in good
It's a
time.
little bit. All right. Now with these, no,
Come in.
I don't want to get pinholes on you. See that?
Come on here. I'll look away whilst you
There you go.
do
Very
your
good.
combination.
All right. A couple more.
Do you want to do
Anything
some
at all?
tests now with the jewellery?
Is this what we're...
Remember, these on-loan jewels are worth over £15,000, and it's the guards' job to protect them.
All right, great. Are you made up? Are you ready to go?
Do you guys want to take a seat?
All right.
The security guards take their position at the back of the room, making sure the jewellery never leaves their sight.
I wonder how much that's worth. Feels nice and heavy, I tell you that.
To keep up the charade, Paul starts snapping.
Well, that's good. Do you want to pop off the bed, love? Right. You can get changed. Yeah.
It's time for a change of style, and to highlight the jewellery for the next shots, Jess will be in the all-together.
Just pop that dress up right off.
Ian, you spoke to the publicist, right?
They want nude shots, but not. It's not that kind of magazine. You know what I mean? Nothing showing, no nipples, nothing.
Yeah, but the piece...
The guards are vigilant and take their job very seriously. But the stylist is equally as serious about protecting Jess's dignity.
Gentlemen, do you mind when we do the nudie shots if you just wait
Do me a favour,
outside?
just lie in the bed where you...
They agree to spare Jessa's blushes and step outside, knowing they have the only exit covered. The diamond jewellery is completely secure.
We'll just be 10 minutes because then we're going to do another outfit.
From outside the room, the security guards can hear the photo shoot continuing.
All right, Susie, if you could have your robot, please.
Everything is carrying on as normal.
Okay, so let's just try one here. That's great. Another one. Good. Good, that's awesome. You double jointed. That's very good. Very good. Good now. Okay, one more.
20 minutes later, and it seems to have gone all quiet in the studio. The guards are curious. The studio is empty. The photographer, stylist and model are nowhere to be seen. And more importantly, neither are the jewels. But how did the hustlers disappear? The guards were manning the only exit and made their way back in as soon as the photo shoot ended. Let's take another look.
Nudie shots if you just wait
Do me a favour,
outside.
just lie in the bed where you're going to be.
We'll just be 10 minutes because then we're going to do another outfit, so she'll be dressed and come back in again.
As soon as the security guards left, the hustlers put their getaway plan into action. Paul plays a recording of the hustlers saying the kind of things people say on a photo shoot.
And we're going to do a few test shots.
He also sets the timer on the flash, so it will keep going off. In the corridor, the security guards not only hear, but can also see the photo shoot still going on. But really, the hustlers are packing up their kit, including the jewels.
Bring your head right back.
What the guards didn't know was that the changing room curtain was covering another exit. By the time the CD stops
Just for a second. 1, 2.
and the security guards peek in the room, the hustlers are long gone with over 15 grand's worth of jewellery. It's a well-executed scam which left the guards with no chance.
It's dark. I'm actually looking to see in the dark.
After a while, the flashes were just going off and no sound or anything from anybody. You know, you couldn't hear anybody. We got in there and
There was just nobody there. All the cameras were gone. Everything was gone. So obviously, we went round the back with the curtain where the curtain was, and there was another door which was open. So obviously, what they've done is they've come down the back stairs. Obviously, we've been stung big time now.
This scam works by creating a very profitable piece of theatre. The set is dressed by hiring some equipment in a studio. Now that would be done through a bogus company that we would set up, so it wouldn't ever trace back to us. The next thing we would do is create the characters. There's a photographer, a model and a stylist, and we would play those parts exactly as the security guards would expect us to when they arrive. And unless we break character, they shouldn't suspect a thing.
So as with anything, as long as you keep your eye on it, you'll be safe. The moment you walk out the room, it's all over.
More real hustles still to come. We push this woman to the limit
If I have been screwed over, I'll be really, really off.
and reveal how you can stay off the hustlers' hit list.
Oh my God!
Oh, nice.
The real hustlers are going to show you how to win some free drinks off your mates by using proposition bets on some unsuspecting customers in this bar. The proposition bet suckers you in as it's a bet on an event or outcome that you believe can only go one way. And it always does go one way, the hustler's way. So watch and learn.
Yeah, but you know, they've got a thing. It wasn't on Choke, it was on another, it was maybe, you know, that guy that does the martial arts stuff on TV. Yeah. It's, I tried this, it absolutely works. You know, if somebody's firing a jet of water in your face, you can actually block the water like that, and it goes straight past your hands. It's one of those amazing things. And I reckon, this is my bet, right? If we do it with a pint of beer, right? Not one single drop will touch the head like that. But it's got to be thrown straight. Not one single drop like that. In fact, you do it. I'll throw the pint of beer at you. You do it. How much would you bet? Tenner?
Round of drinks, tenner.
Round of drinks and a tenner.
Round of drinks and a tenner, yeah.
All right. If a single drop touches you.
Yeah.
Paul's approached a couple of marks. He's persuading them to take part in a prop bet, relying on the basic laws of physics. But will they go for it?
You want to stand up or sit?
Stand up, I think.
Stand up or sit. Let me just move that out there. Right, stand up. Right, and make sure it's the exact length of your elbows that way. So that should be completely straight. If one single drop touches your head, tenner and I'll buy the round. If not, you just buy the round. You ready?
Yeah.
Count 1, 2, 3, and you say go.
1, 2, 3, go.
The hustle hasn't worked.
Did you open your hands a little bit or something? You didn't hold it at the right position.
Paul's lost his bet and £10.
All right, I'll get around there. Yeah, like a tenner.
But there's more to this prop bet than meets the eye. Let's rewind. Before the beer was thrown, Alex and Jess were also in on the wager.
I've got a little proposition for you.
They were operating in the background, taking bets of their own.
Hi, guys. Hi, sorry to talk to you. Hi, you having a good night?
See my mate Paul over there?
You see the guy with the black T-shirt on?
The guy you're sitting opposite with. Right, yeah?
I bet that my friend
Paul, in a minute, is going to throw a whole pint of beer in that guy's face.
He's going to throw a pint over that guy's face.
And the guy won't get mad.
In fact, he'll probably be quite happy about it and even shake Paul's hand.
I'll bet you anything you like. I'll give you 2 to 1 on your money. So if you put a tenner, I'll give you 20 quid back plus your tenner.
I'll have a tenner on that.
A tenner? 20?
Yeah, I'll have a 20 on that.
For 20? £15. You'll have 20. 20, good. 20 quid for this fella. You in together?
Can I shake contact with you, lot? Okay.
So, to win the bet, everyone in the bar is hoping that Paul is about to be beaten up. Here comes the provocation. But the crowd are left disappointed when the mark smiles and shakes Paul's hand.
There's the handshake. I'm sorry, guys.
Come on, guys, we shook on it. That's the tenner.
And Alex and Jess collect on their bets, walking away with over £200.
Thank you very much, guys. And
There's a great story from author Damon Runyon. It goes like this. One day someone's going to come up to you and say that they can make the Jack of Spades jump out of the deck, fly around the room and squirt cider in your ear. But if you take that bet, one thing's sure. You're going to lose all your money and end up with an earful of cider. And what this bet proves is that no matter how outrageous the proposition, the hustlers are sure to turn a profit, and you're going to end up with a face full of beer.
Everyone who's ever been abroad has made the occasional mistake or error of judgment. However, if you fall for this next scam, it could end up costing you a fair amount of money.
Holidays are a time to kick back, get away from things, and most importantly, relax. But beware. Hustlers know that holidaymakers may have their guard down, making them prime targets for some very clever holiday cons. So, Alex, Jess and Paul are hitting Ibiza for a spot of sun, sea and scamming. So if you go abroad, you'll know just what to look out for. This is the car rental rip-off. Many tourists find the best way to explore their holiday destination is by car. But knowing this, con artists are also looking to take you for a ride. Jess is loitering outside a branch of a busy car rental company.
Hello, do you speak English? Oh, wonderful. My name's Susie, I work for Tourist Information. Hello there. And we're just doing a quick survey to see which are the most popular car rental companies on the island. Would you mind sparing a couple minutes just to fill out a small questionnaire? Thank you ever so much. Just
With her fake survey,
email. That's great, thanks ever so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
she aims to get as many people as possible.
Would you mind spending a couple of minutes just to fill out some information? Is that okay? Just want to fill out your name, your address, email, your holiday dates, and just some information about your car there. And also you get entered into a free prize draw to win a holiday in Ibiza.
Oh, okay.
Everything sounds plausible, and the Marks willingly give over their name, address, which car they've hired, and for how long.
Enjoy your day, guys. Bye.
But where's the con? No money's changed hands, and the information on its own is useless. But all good things come to hustlers who wait. Back in the UK, Paul puts the finishing touches to the convincers in this scam. He's mocking up a speeding ticket for the car the Marks hired in Ibiza. With the picture of their car lifted from the rental firm's website and some digital manipulation, Paul has them banged to rights. 3 weeks later, Alex is about to doorstep one of the Marks that Jess spoke to in Ibiza with some bad news.
Hi there, Ian Steele from TRH Collection.
What's TRH?
TRH Collection. Well, we're debt collectors, basically. It's to do. Were you in Ibiza recently?
Yeah.
It's I'm afraid it's a speeding ticket from Ibiza.
No way.
I'm afraid so.
Speeding on Ibiza is too slow.
I'm afraid you can.
She's adamant she didn't speed, but it's time for Alex to pull out the fake evidence.
There it is. It's on the says the name of the street, but I've never been to Ibiza there. Basically, what's happened is you've been going over 50 kilometres per hour on. Can I just check with you, because we get our details from the rental companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you have a Chevrolet Matisse, something that looked like that? And it was blue. I've got.
Do you know what? I can't remember.
Right. Well, it's what happens is that the car gets photographed, then it goes to their traffic department. They track down the number plate and they realise it's a rental car.
And here comes the crunch.
So the fine is €300, but if you pay straight away, it's €150, which is £100.
100 quid?
At least you don't get points in your licence, that's all I can say. You don't get points on your licence and you don't have to go to court, because if you see here, it's 27th of June, that's today. You've got till the 27th of July. If you don't pay me now, on the 27th of July, you have to go to court in Ibiza.
I find this really difficult to take in.
Sure.
I can't believe it. We're actually going back to Ibiza like on the 12th of next month.
This could put the whole scam in jeopardy. The Marks are actually going back to Ibiza. Alex must think fast to get out of this one.
On the 12th
of next month.
Are you going to be there on the 27th?
No, so
that's your court date, and you have to be there of July. You have to be there on the 27th. Otherwise, you will get a warrant for your arrest, and that's when it stops becoming funny. No.
By threatening her with a warrant for her arrest, he's kept the con on track, but she's now calling for reinforcements. She's phoning her husband.
Hi, you're not going to believe this, right?
But the call for backup doesn't go as planned. The couple start arguing about who speeds the most.
I don't speed. Richard, I don't speed. I don't. This is it. You speed, I don't. You're always driving like loony.
Even though it's a complete lie, the couple are now doubting themselves.
I bet it was you that was driving. Right, okay. I'll speak to you later. Bye. This is choking me to do this, tell you. I can't.
What can I tell you? All I can tell you is it's better to do it now than actually go to court. The date matches, that's the car that you had. There is very little you can do about it.
Well, I guess I've got no choice then.
It doesn't look to me as if you do.
Game, set and match. All right.
Finally, she goes to get her purse.
Of course.
It really chokes me to do this. I'm so cross.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And reluctantly hands over £100 in cash.
Unbelievable. tell you what, I won't be high on the car again.
I'm sorry again, but...
It's been a pleasure.
No, however, enjoy your next holiday, I hope.
It's an elaborate scam which started on holiday when they hired a car and ended back home with them handing over £100 on their doorstep. It just goes to show that a good hustler always gets his mark.
I'm really unhappy about it. If I have been screwed over, I'll be really, really off. I can't even remember what colour it was. I know it was small. The registration plate on the picture and the letter and the ticket all matched, so I paid because I don't want to go to court. And plus, I don't want a warrant out for my arrest. Plus, I don't want any sort of record because of business and all that kind of stuff. So 100 quid's 100 quid. You just do it, don't you?
It may only be 100 quid, but Jess collected the details of more than 10 similar holiday makers.
Hello, do you speak English? Oh, wonderful.
Alex has a busy day ahead of him.
If you've been away and you come home and somebody comes to your address and makes some kind of extravagant claim about accidents or fines or something that's happened while you've been abroad, you must never settle those kind of claims immediately. That's not the way that proper police officers or proper law enforcement agencies operate.
Nobody expects to be hustled, and that's what the con artists rely on. The Real Hustle has given you the inside track on how the scams work. And if you don't want to be the target of con men,
oh my God!
Oh no.
Then this is what you need to know. Lesson 1, impersonation. The dressing up box is a powerful weapon in a hustler's arsenal. Just because someone tells you they're doing a particular job,
Can I take your bags for you, sir?
it ain't necessarily so. With a few props, they can even convince you they're policemen who urgently need to commandeer your vehicle.
Police emergency, step away from the vehicle. Can you please hand me the keys to the car? Hand me the keys to the car now. Thank you. ETA about 5 minutes. Stay there. This is a cut. Yeah, you can see that. Sir, step away from the vehicle. I'm going to have to put you under arrest, okay? Call this number.
If this was you, would you comply?
Go, 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 go!
If so, you may be a decent citizen, but you've just lost your car.
What are you doing?
Or it could be an elaborate trap. These men answered an advert to audition as dancers for a pop video. They've arrived at the studio and they've been asked to get changed.
I have the only key to this place, so all your stuff will be secure. If you want to come back during the next hour or so for any reason, you come and see me.
Okay, I didn't realise theirs was so see-through.
Alex is no choreographer and there's no video, but they don't know that.
Some water bottles for everybody. Yeah? Okay, guys, so, I'll tell you what, the one thing I want to try and do first is to, let's all loosen up just a little bit. Imagine all your personal possessions gone, you have nothing, you're just who you are right now.
But at this dance audition, it's the hustlers' moves you want to watch.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the track on, so I'm going to be back in 2 seconds.
They may have rhythm, but the hustlers have got their belongings. So don't take strangers at face value. Lesson 2, distraction. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hustlers have fast hands and can change the rules of the game in an instant. They'll go to any lengths to grab your attention. In this shop, Paul is looking to buy a watch, and Alex and Jess are having a domestic. Here comes the distraction.
Stop trying to look like a footballer's wife, for God's sake.
If you were watching the argument, then like the shopkeeper, you missed this. In that second, Paul swapped a £1,200 watch for a fake.
Was when I heard the slap.
And the shouting, I just must have gone like that. A split second, I am still shaking.
Even on holiday, don't let your guard down. This call is about to cost this man more than a few euros. Earlier, Paul left some mints on top of the phone box, and now he's here to collect. The guy thinks Paul's just reaching over to get his mints, but really, he's just lifted his passport. So, keep your wits about you and your valuables safe.
It's a very traumatic experience, you know. If he'd have got away with my passport, it definitely wouldn't have been a good end to the holiday. Lesson
3, the good deal. A bargain very rarely comes looking for you, and if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. And buying off the internet offers some great bargains.
Got a parcel for you.
This man is taking delivery of an expensive designer chair on behalf of his boss. But isn't that box a bit small for a set of executive furniture?
It's fine. Cheers. Bye.
And when he opened it, it wasn't what he was expecting.
I don't think he's going to be very happy. I mean, I can't really see him sitting on there, can you?
This couple had been told they'd won a free posh meal in a prize draw. The hustlers were behind it. But while they chose from the menu, Alex and Jess were in their house with removal men making their own selections.
All this stuff's got to go. This room here, everything goes. You guys know what you're doing when it comes to plasma screens and stuff? Yeah?
And when the couple returned home, it wasn't only the house that was gutted.
Oh my God! Stay in the front room, stay in the front room.
Oh my God, babe!
Go in the front room now, go in the front room.
They learnt the hard way.
We've just come home and everything's gone.
If you don't want to become a victim,
I could have been cleaned out then.
Car keys, credit cards, the whole lot.
If I haven't been screwed over, I'll be really, really off.
and if you don't want to lose it in more ways than one, then be aware of hustlers' tricks and keep your wits about you.
Right off, 200 quid, that's a good couple of days' money.
Or you could be next.
Have I made a real big mistake?
For more information on the making of The Real Hustle, visit the BBC Three website.
Thank you very much. Come back later.
Dragon's Den is on now over on BBC Two, whilst here on 3 now we've got Little Britain, and later his brand new comedy with It's Adam and Shelley.